Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 16-Bit Glasses presents Phandelver and Below Exandria edition. Woo!
Yay!
Yay! I am Sean, your humble dungeon master. I am going to be the one running tonight's game, and alongside me we have some amazing players. How are we doing, players?
Amazing.
Excellent. My answers were true.
Yeah.
Going from left. No, we'll go from right to left. No, actually, no. We're going to go left from right to right. Our dragon. Shush. I'm in a weird state of mind. Our dragonborn sorcerer, Floodbane, played by Ted.
Hello, I'm very confused.
Excellent. Our druid, human / Kalistar, Dreamer, played by Alex.
Hello, that's me.
We have our halfling fighter, Trey, played by Adam.
That is me. I am also confused.
We have our grung bard, Rhapsody, played by Lobster Jess.
Yes.
And finally, in his now real version, because there's no point hiding it, our fighter changeling, Kuiper, originally played by Phoenix.
No, is someone else going to play him now? Oh, okay.
Well, no,
I'm
no,
still going to play him.
no one
that's
is.
right. I'm
Yeah,
yeah.
we're all going to move one character to the left.
Does that mean I get to be the DM?
Yes. Yes, it does, if you wish.
Excellent, excellent. I
Please,
now
sir,
am
may I
level 20
have
sorcerer.
Please, sir, may I have a level? We'll see how you like it.
Tell him you have dark vision every 2 minutes.
We laugh to hide the tears. Because, yeah, we had a pretty crazy session last week. Definitely ended on a weird high / low note, where it was like, we'll find out in a second with the recap. Speaking of, I believe, Phoenix, you may be interested in doing the recap today this week.
I did have a plan for the recap, yes.
Okay. Am I right in thinking it's to do with what you wrote me?
Yes.
Okay, then I may just quickly start it off a little bit as we dive into tonight's session. The four of you, Rhapsody, Dreamer, Floodbane, and Trey, well, actually, not even Floodbane, actually, the other three, stand surrounding a now non-moving, non-breathing Kuiper. For two of you, the form you see is definitely not the one you are used to. A rippling effect changing their features as they collapse to the ground. With just a few moments of breath, one of you quickly rushed over and stabilized Floodbane, who is passed out on the ground. Rhapsody. As you look in disbelief, you grab Kuiper, just hoping to get any sort of reaction, and you watch as a small folded blood-stained note drops out of their pocket. And as you open it up, it says the following.
Dear Rhapsody, I'm writing this to you as we have made our way to John Village, successfully taking the caravan in and rescuing Sildar Hallwinter. It's been a wild couple of days, seeing new people, new adventures, different stories. Never thought that I would see myself in yet another party again. Thought potentially that the adventuring life was not necessarily for me, but advising you and being with you on this journey has definitely been an experience. If you are reading this, I have fulfilled my promise. I'm sorry for lying to you originally, and tell the other three that I'm sorry as well. You should know, obviously, that Kuiper is not my actual real name, but the form that I do choose to take in this journey. And if you are reading this, I don't think the world was quite ready for my true form anyways. I'm sorry that I can't carry on to protect you. You, the one that after all the pain, guilt, and heartbreak showed me that there is life and joy. In your music, in your optimism, in your carefreeness. You bring peace, harmony, meaning wherever you go, and you still do, and I know you will in future. I just wish that I could have done more to help teach you more about the rest of the world to prepare you. But I don't think I need to prepare you anymore. You're already there. Every time we were in danger, you did what you could with your lightning quick reflexes and your lightning quick tongue, both metaphorically and literally. Through distractions, disablements, and overcoming your fears. Without you, I think I would have continued drifting in and out of those dark alleys. Don't think I would have ever come out from them. Can you please let the others know of this too? Dreamer, thank you for your countless sacrifices for us. Selflessly, you have helped all of us mend our wounds, and also our soul. I am questioning not seeing you tonight. I feel though we may have many moons, hopefully, but may not be necessarily tonight. If we don't, I will take to my grave each and every single one of the moments we have spared, even in this short time. Please take care of Rhapsody for me. I hope you understand exactly how much they mean to me, how precious they are not only in this world, but how much the world will need them. Flibbane, keep your chin held up high. Doesn't matter where you came from, or who you are in title or in name, it is what you make of each moment. Your past is part of who you are, but does not mean it's who you will become. I see a strong, charismatic magic board who can do anything that they want in this world. May take a bit of self-belief, and I know that is part of your journey, but I know that you will get there in the end. Trey, as much as your aim is true and your will is strong, every top archer will miss their target at times. That doesn't mean that it's a failure. I would love to know exactly where that metal pipe with the explosions came from, like how you took that goblin out, but I suppose that's a story for everyone else. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. But remember that self-preservation and survival is a hit. Maybe not exactly the hit that you're looking for, but survival, especially in the adventuring world, is just as critical as it is about leaving those alive. Daylight seems to be breaking soon. I better get my bucket of water ready for you, Rhapsody. Hopefully you don't have to read this.
It is quiet inside the Crackmore hideout. As you begin to come to terms with what has just happened, you look around and see stacks and crates, or sacks and crates of looted provisions piled to the south end of this large cave. A ruffled bed just north, where you believe and imagine that Clark, the destroyer, the one who took down your friend, had been resting. What do the three of you wish to do as Flibbane lays unconscious?
Honestly, a very good question. I mean, well, Trey would be in shock at the moment, but I mean, I also am processing.
That was incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah, how dare you, Phoenix?
yeah. Don't make me
Can I
feel.
can I get a tier check from Jess real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
crack counter said it 1 already.
Literally just DM'd her to make sure she
Maybe
was alright.
2. I already have tissues sitting by the computer tonight. We're fine. But yeah, what are we gonna do?
I think the dreamer will just gently put a hand on Rhapsody's shoulder. We should get out of this cave.
Trey will
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Trey will just sort of wordlessly start like gently bundling Footbane's limbs together so that they can be carried, and like pausing, almost like not wanting to do the same for Kuiper. Sort of stands there looking at him.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to leave them down here. This is not the place they'd want to be.
Can I take a quick look at these boxes and see if there's anything that I can take back
Yeah.
that bears the seal of the
Is
place that I
there
can't remember the Lion Shield Costa.
Yeah,
is
give.
there even anything we could make into like a stretcher to take with us as well?
Yeah, I think what you can look for is going to be pretty easy. But just for the sake of it, Dreamer, give me an investigation or perception check. You look around. I guess definitely. There's plenty of materials, both old and new. As you sort of walk over to this sort of southern end, you can see that what is here is indeed just goods taken from caravans and just people that had maybe been ambushed along the road. In particular, about 3 to 4 large crates with the Lion Shield Costa symbol. The same one you saw at the entrance of the of its building, stamped on the side. As you look around, Dreamer, you notice there is actually what looks to be a chest over to the east. I'll just highlight that for you. If you want to double-click that, you'll see an item screen will pop up.
That's a new trick.
That is a new trick.
And it should contain a
Right.
potion of healing.
I cannot click on it.
What, double-click?
Oh, you don't have the right
Cannot.
key.
Double click on it either.
Huh.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
You gotta go do the side quest to get the right key.
I also can't see behind it like I know the stream can, because I'm also watching the stream, so maybe it's not visible enough for me to open.
Okay, I will just do it for you.
Thank you.
As the chest flings open. Yeah, you'll see a potion of healing, 150 silver pieces, 1,700 copper pieces,
Jesus.
and what looks to be a jade statuette of a frog. It's green with golden orbs for eyes.
Try licking it.
Yes! Lick the frog!
Now might not be the best time.
I can give it to you, or I can put it just into the party inventory.
Just throw it straight into the party inventory if you could.
No worries. How do I do the silver?
You should just be able to, if you just tell me the amounts, I can.
That's right,
type them in
I'm
there.
putting it in there now.
You got it.
Additionally, I'll say, just this is in passing as you begin to look around, and yeah, Rhapsody, definitely in one of these boxes you'll find while not a mattress, just like a dense blanket that could be used to just help carry or cover Kuiper. But with that perception roll, you also take a quick look at Clark, and notice that they have some hide armor on, a shield, and their bronze crown that looks like it has like a symbol of an owl embedded on it.
I want the crown, and I also want the weapon that he used to strike down Kuiper.
Okay, I'm going to give those to you directly.
Thank you.
He has a morning star.
Perfect.
Ooh.
And they should be there in your inventory now.
Right.
I will say that it just looks like a standard crown, but you may be able to find something else about it by looking over it during a rest.
Sure.
It seems to be giving off some sort of arcane property.
All right.
I'm not sure if you can actually read what it says at the moment, but without ticking the identified part.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, fair. Cool. Good. That's what I wanted. It works. The system works. I'd say it takes probably about half an hour to 45 minutes to sort of prepare and make sure everyone's okay and just get things ready to move Kuiper and potentially Floodbane. When you do notice that Floodbane begins to stir. I rolled a 1d4 and got a 4. Or got a 1, sorry. So.
Dreamer will just kind of bend down and gently help him up or into a recovery position so he doesn't choke on his own vomit when he regains consciousness.
Jesus. Good, thank you. What happened?
We need to get out of here.
Right. I thought I saw Kuiper go down.
You saw correctly.
So, look down, sort of setting my jaw, gritting my teeth in place, and sort of I'm silent from that point on. I'll, stand up and continue to make preparations to leave.
I'll say for this point, there was a wolf that was still stalking where the rocks had been collapsed. However, it seems to have quieted down and just not hearing any more noise has run away.
It fucking knows better.
It can feast on Clark.
Should you want to leave the way you did through the chimney, you could do so. However, it is just difficult terrain to climb over these rocks. Of course, I'm not going to make you go through the entire map if you are just looking to leave.
Well, I mean, we technically found what we came here for, and we got rid of the guy we were trying to. I think we, and also given exactly what's happened, I think we'd want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay, then. Let me just bring up this map. You begin to journey on back to Joran Village. Is there anything that you would discuss on the way there?
I imagine it's pretty solemn.
That's what I would have thought too, yeah.
Yeah. Rhapsody's very, for the first time in a very long time, very quiet, for sure.
Yeah.
Eerily so, no doubt.
Do we take a wagon here, or do we walk? I don't remember.
You were able to borrow the same wagon that you dropped off at Barthen's.
Yeah, we borrowed a horse.
Yeah. I'll probably sort of sit and sort of hugging my knees and sort of on the wagon, just looking out over it. Trying to be aware, like be a helpful member of the procession, but not really being open or speaking to anyone.
I'll say at this stage, if you need to, you could consider this a short rest as well. It is still fairly bright in the day. We're probably nearing, you can start seeing the sun getting close to setting. But it looks very quiet on the roads.
I will take that opportunity if it may.
Have we gained the benefits of our level up?
I will say you have gained the benefits of your level up. Yeah, I'm not going to...
Oh.
You were in no dire portions, so I'm not going to force you to wait till the rest.
That's really cool. I haven't seen that automation happen.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
Oh, it automatically does some rest.
Oh.
Very nice.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Alright, so minimum plus constitution, and then 2 of these.
finish your rest?
It takes about an hour or so to travel back towards Joran village. And as you arrive, you begin to travel through the town. Just want to make sure, Phoenix, can you still see the map even though your token's not there?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the party token should allow that, so. Where do you want to go?
Probably report back to Stilda.
Yeah, we'll say you'd be coming in from the south, so we'll say that you probably passed Lion Shield Costa first. That would have been the last place you saw him, but
I mean, we may as well stop there anyway and let them know that we found their goods.
going in there. You enter in and you see again, the stern, though now a little bit more friendlier face of Linene Greywind, the one who you had met there earlier. More friendly because now she recognizes you. Ah, hello. How are we doing? How did your journey go?
It could have been better.
Ah,
We've found some things, but managed to lose some of the other things along the way as well.
oh. I'm sorry to hear
But
that.
the good news is that your provisions are safe. We've located them.
And I'll say it would be easy enough just to peel off like a sticker or a label that was on the crate. She takes a look at this and she goes, "Ah, excellent, thank you. That is a relief. And it's safe to travel there."
Yes, there is a single wolf, I think, but it will be on its way now that it is no longer chained. I doubt it wants to spend any more time in that cave.
Fair. I'll grab a few people then just to be sure, and we'll go and collect those goods. Thank you. I believe a 50 gold piece reward was offered for that, so I'll give that to you now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
She hands it to you, so 50 gold now in the party inventory, which you can split as needed. That is a relief. And she sort of looks you over all and goes, I did want to discuss something else with you, but I feel like now's not the time.
Possibly not. No. Would you know if Sildar's around?
I think said he was going to go back and rest at the inn. He was looking better, but still looked a little bit worse for wear, so you'll probably find him there.
Understood. I'm wondering if at this point we should be asking about whether we should be going to the temple or not.
Yeah, it feels wrong to leave Kuiper in the back of his wagon while we head back to the pub.
Exactly. Trey would just sort of like look up from staring at his boots as he has been the whole time, and just sort of say, would you know if any attendants might be at the church at this hour? I don't actually know what time it is, sorry.
Yeah, it's about 4:30.
Okay.
Yes, Sister Garel should be there. She normally tends the church. Her residence is just next door, so she basically is there for as long as she can be for the day.
Very good. I'll just sort of turn to the rest of the party. And we should probably stop in there next.
Yes. We should get this over with.
Very much so. Well, thank you very much for your help, and we possibly look forward to working with you again. We'll be back with you once we've had some time to get ourselves together, as it were.
Fair enough. Well, yeah. When you're ready, come and see me. You look like capable sorts, so I'd be more than happy to discuss business with you.
Certainly, much obliged.
You
Knock on out.
head on out and begin to make your way over to the Church of the Archheart. But you are all welcome to. Do you want me to move you there, or?
I mean, if it's easy for you.
As you, where's my notes? As you rock up, you can see it's a fairly basic-looking church. It is more of a church than a temple. The temple and the shrine is more its own little individual thing, and then just next to it is this semi-large building that looks to have just a basic arched door. Very plain, no real symbolism or anything on the outside. Walking in, you see what looks to be, again, a large hallway with just a few pews on each side, sort of dotted around, a couple of little statuettes and symbols of the Archheart itself, with a young lady. Where is it? A young lady, sort of there, just sort of pottering around, tending to the building. She sees you all coming in and goes, "Oh, hello, dear. What can I do for you all?"
Well, or sorry to bring this to you, but we've had a friend pass just now, and
Oh,
not sure where else to bring them really.
oh, I'm terribly sorry. Terrible thing, losing someone. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to assist. Do you mind if I ask what happened?
Certainly, they were, well, struck down by the bugbear, the leader of the goblin community near here.
Oh, that is troubling. They've been quite terrible recently. Definitely, I've attended a lot of people who've been hurt by them.
Hopefully something that should trouble you no longer, but unfortunately, our good friend Kuiper sacrificed themselves for the benefit of many.
I see. Well, again, my sincerest condolences. I only hope that either the Archheart or their own god, if they choose, is watching over them now.
It's probably turned to Rhapsody at this point, because I'm honestly not too sure about that. I wouldn't know enough about Kuiper to be sure.
Hey,
Do you know if they followed a god?
don't think so.
I would say, well, Phoenix, you're welcome to butt in at this point if you'd like. If you'd let Rhapsody know of anything.
Yeah, there wouldn't be much talk in regards to religion. Very much didn't
No.
seem very spiritual.
Well,
They're a good person though. They'll be taken care of, right?
she looks at you with a genuine warmth. Like this is, you probably get the feeling that she's done this kind of conversation before, but it doesn't mean that it's not less caring. And she sort of looks to you, sort of even somewhat kneels down. And it's like, oh, you don't have to worry, young one. We welcome anyone who has fallen here. It's everyone's right to choose how they believe, and We will respect their wishes and make sure that they are taken care of.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I ask if there's anything specific you would like done with their body?
We never talked about it, but I feel like whatever option is the least amount of trouble for the church would be something Kuiper would choose. They didn't like to be a burden on anybody.
I understand. Let's take a look, shall we? And she'll walk out with you to the wagon. Sorry, I thought someone was going to jump in there.
No.
No, we're crying, Sean.
I'm
It's a
sorry,
dinner.
I'm trying. She follows you out and takes a look at the body laying there and looks just for approval to see if she can just remove any covering that is over their face at the moment. Assuming no resistance, she'll
No, sorry.
go on, Adam.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, like, we, though you may not recognize... Oh, actually, no, this person didn't rate Kuiper earlier. Sorry, I forgot about that. I was thinking, we got confused with the shopkeeper for a second. My bad.
She'll pull back the covering and go, oh my, that's quite different, isn't it?
Changeling, I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
You don't see any, really, of those around in this area.
Oh.
I've only read about them in books myself, but I can definitely organize something that might maybe help soothe any Fey beliefs he may have had, if any. And she looks around again. I will not put pressure in terms of anything too intense. Go on.
I think that we would just want to recognize them for the friend that they were and for the importance that they've had to us.
Mm-hmm.
If even for a brief time
Strong
in our place.
and brave.
Of course. And you see, she beckons to probably the two of you that look the strongest, just to help assist her with carefully carrying the body inside.
I'll probably be flipping. And
Probably Dreamer? If not, it'd be me.
It's no
That's right.
way.
That's okay.
Okay, it's gonna be me with my completely average strength. That's okay, I can do it.
As you carry them in, she lays them down on a what looks to be sort of a small plinth towards the front of, or towards the back of the church, and again, she very without unless someone butts in, she'll continue doing what she needs to do. But yeah, like she always looks around just to make sure things are okay. Clasps what looks to be a sort of crisscross section of C's with like a little sapphire jewel in the middle, and sort of begins muttering under her breath a prayer. And you can watch as she does so, both the emblem she holds and even just the aura around Kuiper begins to glow or shift. As she begins to do a prayer of atonement, a prayer of ceremony, I think it was, and also which one is it?
It's not a prayer of resurrection by any chance.
No,
I think the best we could hope for here is a gentle repose.
that's what I was thinking
Yeah.
of. That's it, isn't it? Gentle repose. I'm just going to bring up the spell again to make sure I'm choosing the right one.
No, that's alright. This does get messy.
gentle repose, and then finally I can't think what the spell is, but it extends things for 10 days.
I think that is what gentle repose does.
Gentle repose.
Is that gentle repose? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It stops bodies.
Oh yes. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
should read.
Or becoming undead.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. I was reading the description, but then realized I had a duration in the spell.
That's all right. No zombie shenanigans for you yet. Sorry, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like the
Ruining
yet
my
in there.
plans already. God damn it.
Well, you best start writing up another character, Phoenix.
Yeah, roll the third character.
It takes overall about somewhere between half an hour or so for all the required processes to be placed. But again, taking your time, being respectful. At the end, she covers Kuiper's face once more. This time with a more silken sheet that she has for her rituals, and sort of sighs. That's about all I can do for now. But I would be happy to ensure that they get a respectable burial here if need be. We can arrange that for something over the next day or so.
Thank you.
We appreciate all your work on this.
Thank you.
No, that's-
I don't want to speak for people who would know them better, but I feel like that was a just tribute.
Thank you. We'll make sure that the body is kept safe and tended to. Myself and I have another person here who helps. We'll ensure that nothing disturbs him. But should you wish to come and visit, should you wish to have any last words now or before any burial, you are welcome to come see me. And should you need a talk, I'd be more than happy to help as well.
How late are you open, typically?
I am here most of the night, if I am honest. And she sort of, you can see that she sort of points to a door just towards the end of the church. She goes, my house is just behind this place, so should you ring a bell, I can easily make my way here.
Thank you.
Is there an area or a tin for collections of donations?
Oh, we do not charge for taking care of those that have
I
passed.
know.
We do have a donation box, yes. And she just gestures to a small, almost like box on a stand towards the entrance. Anything you wish to offer is more than considerate, thank you. But do not think that it is required for this. But
I'll go over and I'll deposit 5 gold pieces.
Oh, and she sort of takes a step back. That's thank you. How are you faring? You do actually look somewhat out of sort as well at the moment.
It wasn't the first friend I'd watched die. I hated how powerless I felt.
I understand. I've lost many friends and family throughout the years as well. Some can be easier, but others take their toll. Should you ever need anything, and she'll just reach out and place her hand on your shoulder, and cast Lay on Hands to give you 5 hit points back.
Ooh, thank you. I just noticed.
Should you ever need anything, all you need to do is ask.
Thank you.
May the Archheart look over you all.
Thank you.
Nod respectfully.
I'm not sure if we asked, but could you remind me of her name, please?
Oh, my apologies. My name is Sister Garel.
Sister. Thank you.
I love when you ask a DM question and the character answers.
In fairness, yeah, she should have introduced herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably
Yeah.
should have done the same, but it's fine.
Yeah, she will continue to discuss anything with you, but will obviously will respectfully not push you out nor keep you here.
Yeah.
I'll go stand by the body, sort of bow my head silently and say, I wish I'd known you better, friend. Me still for a long moment. You don't have to wait for my character to finish that long moment.
That's right.
Before anyone else proceeds with.
Yeah.
I will return after dark if it's all the same.
Of course.
Um,
Anything you need.
I guess Trey would sort of just step forward and place a hand on Kuiper's chest and say, he died a warrior's death protecting your friends. It's more than any of us can ask for. But I do wish that you'd been around for longer. For us to protect you and for you to protect us. Leave it at that.
The four of you, just want to make sure no one else was going to say anything there. The four
No,
of you
I couldn't top that.
Know what it's about.
make your way out of the church and begin to slowly walk back to Stonehill Inn.
Can I make a super quick detour just to drop off the cart?
Of course,
The cart
I
and
would.
horse to
I would
Buttons?
say definitely something that can easily be done. Wasn't going to force you to do that.
No, that's fine. Don't need to play it out. Just want to make sure it's
Yeah.
dealt with.
Of course,
I'm sure this horse knows its way home by now and just walks
That's
there
true.
anyway.
potentially it's like these guys are way too rough. And we shall head on over to the Stonehill Inn. What am I going to do here? I think we need a token for. I will just put a little party token here.
A horse walks into a bar.
Yeah.
The bartender says, "Why the long face?"
Horse says, ouch, but nobody speaks horse.
You are welcome to.
You receive 1d for 1 bardic inspiration die.
You all head in and see it's fairly quiet in the inn at the moment. Any afternoon rush has not yet arrived.
Trey marvels at the tiny horse and cart. It's like, wow, that's amazing.
Can you cook that up? It looks tasty.
We're deflecting. Sorry.
Talbin,
We're using humour.
Exactly.
Talbin looks at you and goes, "Oh, well, welcome back then. How did you all go?"
Mixed success, I would say.
Kuiper didn't make it back.
No.
Her face drops. I'm so sorry.
Is Sildar around?
Yes, he's up in his usual seat. Please, go ahead. I'll bring you some drinks on the house.
Thank you.
And as you walk up to the same table seating that you went to previously, you can see Sildar's there. Somewhat. He looks exhausted. He is in what looks to be, he looks to have freshened himself up without, there's not much in the way of cuts or bruises on him now. But he definitely looks like he's tired from either a long day or just still recovering from the day before. Oh, well, welcome back. How are we doing?
Not excellently sold up. You may notice for one shot.
He looks around. Oh. And he sort of, he gets up, that sort of deflated look sort of stiffens up a bit more. Is everything alright? Do we need to do anything?
No, everything's been taken care of. But,
I see.
we drink to their memory.
I see. And then slumps back down. This goddamn mission is not what I thought it would be. I'm sorry for having thrown you all into this.
Well, I suppose the good part is that we did defeat Clog, and we did find the supplies, but yeah, what cost, I suppose.
So, that is all done then.
It is.
Well,
Yes, he is dead.
please do not take this as malice or anything like that, but I do appreciate your efforts. That takes a huge weight off my back. And I would say also the town, once they know.
I think that probably somewhere deep down that would have made Kuiper happy to know.
It would.
Well then, and he sort of looks up and sees Talbot coming up with drinks. He slides them across quietly, nods, and then slowly walks away. I guess, and he'll grab one of the drinks. What looks to be, 5 drinks there. You presume the 5th one for Sildar. I guess to our fallen friend's memory. And he'll raise a glass.
I will drink.
The Kuiper. I will down it in one.
He will do the same.
The battle's already fought, and those still yet to come.
Very much so. We might take a short break here at this stage. I feel like tonight's going to be one of those nights where we do take a couple of quick breaks.
Yeah, it's all good.
Let's us go refill our drinks and get into the swing of things. But when we return, we'll begin to discuss, I guess, how we want to play out the rest of the night.
Okay.
To everyone
Yeah.
watching, thank you so much for being here. We'll be back in about, we'll say 5 minutes. Don't go away.
Oddly
Alrighty.
threatening.
What was that about? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for letting us take that quick break. Again, this is probably going to be one of those sessions where it's the calm before the next storm. So bear with us as we cycle through our emotions.
Yeah.
We return back to Stonehill Inn, where any drinks and food needed are abound for what you wish to do. If I remember correctly, was it Kuiper that left money aside at the bar for a tab?
I did, yes. For the question time we were going to come back and have.
Yep.
Can't drink a dead man's tab.
Oh,
Does it belong to the state?
Talbot does offer the money back if need be, but she's also willing to just use that as the funds for the evening if you like.
I think a last drink in their name is appropriate.
It's the night begins to creep in. I'm just trying to get the time frame here. I'm waiting. Oh.
If we've been at it for a couple of hours, I imagine the Trey would be indulging fairly heavily, given the events that have occurred. So if we're gonna cut back to, the table, and a couple of hours later, I imagine he's probably just like, trying not to spill his tankard as he says in far too loud a voice. And another thing, why did he have two scimitars? They had two scimitars. They never used one, then they had the other one, and then they used it, and then they didn't use it. What's going on with that?
I was crouching behind a pillar at the time, I think. No, around the corner.
No, it was don't get me wrong, it was really cool. Like, oh, awesome.
Was really cool, yeah.
Oh.
Well, I see we're having a merry old time here. How are we all doing? As Iano walks up.
I wouldn't go that far.
We're in mourning.
It's evening.
Yeah.
Evening. And he points at the window.
Wrong kind of morning, Trey.
With a U.
The sad kind.
Yeah, one of their members fell while taking on the Cragmores. Oh.
Gave their life bravely.
Oh, I forgive my jovial nature. That was definitely not my intention. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Have a drink.
Yeah, have a drink. Have two.
Yes, if I may, thank you.
Yes,
and he
please take
You must
one
sit
of
here.
my
I mean,
bags.
please sit here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want.
He slides on over and joins in. In the salt of things, he talks about how he's lost friends. Reconciles with Sildar, who the two of them fought during the Chroma Crisis, and how many people were lost there. And yeah, it's not trying to one up, but just reaffirming that feeling that you are all going through.
Yeah.
Well, he seemed like a nice fellow from just the small amount I saw of him.
They were.
They were truly the best of us.
Okay, Rhapsody. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, because nobody's saying it.
Where's the elephant?
Yeah, I just see
I
it.
knew you were
Oh,
gonna
wait,
say
yes.
that.
I actually, no, it's over there. I can see it. It's pink.
Okay, I'm cutting you off.
Oh, that's fair enough.
What was Kuiper? Because he didn't seem like much of a tiefling in the end there.
Yeah,
Oh my god, Dreamer, you can't just ask someone why they're not a tiefling.
That's actually a good question, though, Sean. Like, what would our character's general familiarity be with
Yeah.
changeling?
Why doesn't everyone just roll me a general intelligence or history check?
Okay.
I would say if Dreamer hasn't done it yet, they can roll a nature check. You're welcome to roll a nature check if you want, Dreamer.
That
just had a-
I
track.
am simple country dragonborn.
That's just a
Oh, no, wait.
14 then.
Mine was the 11, never mind.
It was a what, sorry? Dreamer?
14.
14, okay. I think, Trey, you would have heard of changelings in books. Something tells me, like, am I right in thinking that you probably would have been a book reader of sorts, like in terms of just tried to find, like, had your nose in a book during, like, as a child?
Yeah, like like fairly eschewing the fighter stereotype. Like he's actually a fairly, likes learning, likes knowledge, likes reading.
Knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
part of being brought up in a noble environment.
Yeah. The term changeling definitely isn't something you would know, but you have read about fae-like creatures that have come and gone through the plains, impersonating others for fun or for just general livelihoods. I'd say Rhapsody, I think you're maybe too much in the moment to sort of know exactly what Kuiper would have told you.
Yeah.
I would say
Tracks.
in reality you probably would know. Kuiper would have at least given some details about that, but
Yeah.
maybe just right now it's just not something you're thinking about. Flipping, I would say with an 11, it's your information is probably less than Trey's, but it's probably something that you would have heard through your friend, particularly like their time in the forest where you were hanging out the most, and just her talk about the Feywild and just how that forest itself is known to be a fairly common area where Fey creatures would come from.
Ooh, okay.
Dreamer, I would say again, your sense of knowledge, it's probably close enough to knowing what a changeling is, but not knowing the name changeling.
Sure.
It's more the idea of like you've had interactions with Fae of some sort at some point in your life. So you I'd say you and Trey probably would have the most mindset to go, that's a Fae-like creature.
Yeah.
Iana will be like, oh, I'm sorry, you said they changed?
Yeah, it's like one of those people what, like, you know, they can change from looking like one thing to another.
And I could change, and you could change.
Yeah. They
Pretty
did change.
Sure, Sister Garel called them a change.
Oh, she did say that.
Oh.
When?
Oh, I think I might have said that, but I'm not sure I should have.
Oh,
Might have made
We'll
sense.
say Sister Grell said it.
Hey.
When Kuiper got hurt, they would change from how they looked normally to how they look today.
I remember that. The
Yeah.
purple was flaking off or something.
Yeah. But they've always done that for as long as I've known them.
We should
How
all
long have you known them?
6, 8, 12 months. A lot of my life. Not a lot of theirs.
How old are you, Rhapsody?
3.
Are you allowed to be drinking right now?
Yes.
Okay.
My people are adults when they're a year old.
Gosh.
We grow fast.
we should all get matching chin and neck tattoos of what it looked like when Kuiper got injured.
Jesus.
Hello attempted to give me a tattoo once, and my scales flaked away and it grew back. It didn't really work.
You know how they had like the crackle with that looked really cool. I mean,
That sounds
obviously it
like a
sucked.
decision that Kuiper would tell me that we sleep on and see how we feel in the morning.
Hey,
Who is so
look
wise?
at you. Look at you being the voice of reason.
They were.
Just sort of clap Rhapsody on the shoulder playfully.
About an hour passes as you continue talking and drinking and eating. And Yano will then go, well, and he push out this seat. You'll have to excuse me. I think I'm not best suited for this kind of conversation tonight. I do not want to intrude on everything you're going through. I think we should all meet up tomorrow to discuss what it is we need to do about our 3 friends.
Can we make it like a early afternoon thing, not a morning thing?
I'll be around town whenever you need to talk. We can organize something, of course.
Thank you.
I actually need to go and see Myrna. I think I told you last night her and her husband were getting harassed. I understand if you don't remember that, but yeah, I just need to go check in and make sure they're all okay.
Okay.
But Silda, you know how to find me if you need anything. Good night, friends. And he'll politely
Good night.
excuse himself and head on out. What would you say you wish to do at this point in the night? It's getting on to about maybe 8 o'clock at this stage.
I mean, I have something I need to do a little bit later when it's nice and dark, but
Ooh.
Yeah, I have a thing to do before I go to bed once I've sobered up a little.
Okay.
Fair enough. In that case, we might switch gears. Just checking some details here. Where are they?
I'll continue drinking and then loosening up a little.
I just want to make
I
sure.
have been cut off, so I will sip of water.
I
Can
have no control over you.
can everyone still see the map?
Very
Yes.
well behaved most of the time. Yes, I can see the map.
Big
Alright.
map, yes.
Okay. Nightfall continues to creep in.
Four.
Yeah, I realized my wording after the fact. As Iano Albrecht takes a walk down the street. What he doesn't see as he continues to walk is a figure. Why is the camera changing? Hold on. What he doesn't see is a figure standing underneath a tree as he walks on by in a dark cloak. Phoenix, would you like to describe your character for me?
Oh. Yes. Casually leaning across it, I'll change the image now. Yep. Casually leaning against the tree. Black
It's just
long
you,
coat.
Phoenix.
It's pretty much just me.
Where's the
Very
candy?
long coat, tattered at the end, a vibrant purple vest and shirt combination with a sash across it. You'll notice that he's wearing the coat only with his right arm in it, so his left arm is casually just holding it loosely over his shoulder. Piercing blue eyes, long purple hair tied into a ponytail that slings over his shoulder, a fringe that's covering half of his face. Just intently glaring at Iano as he walks past and at the Stonehill Inn.
Indeed. You have been here in Joran Village for just over a week. Just trying to keep tabs on things that have been occurring and awaiting instruction on what to do next. Your benefactor has not yet issued any other requests since directing you to this town. But you notice as you walk past this man who quite simply is adorned in quite a nice looking getup. It's a beautiful fur and a fur collar cape, pleasant, cleanly built, extravagant staff, and he sort of just seems to be walking along. As he starts to head around to the Town Master's Hall, you notice that two Redbrands walk up to him. They seem to be dragging a family, a man, a woman, and two children. Iano sort of stands there, and you can see he puts his arms on his hips. What would you like to do?
Trying to. How far away are they? They're there.
I've shifted the map to make it the grid smaller,
Yeah.
but I'd say they're about 30 to 50 feet away from you.
They haven't noticed me yet, so I'm just gonna keep in position at the moment, just eagerly keeping an eye out
All right,
to see exactly what's going down.
give me a perception check. Also, I don't think your reactive image changed.
No, I've been clicking it. It's not changing.
Weird. Let me refresh it. Oops, that was Trey's. Oh, weird. We'll figure that. We'll figure that out next break.
Yeah.
With a you have like eavesdropped on things in the past, but tonight's just not your night. These guys are just a bit too far away. You don't want to get seen, so you're trying to keep yourself hidden more than being able to keep a lookout. You get the sense that whatever is happening, it looks to be a terse discussion. And before you can really try and make out what they're saying, you notice that Iano pulls out his staff and then goes for a swing at one of the Redbrands. They sort of jump back, and then another one swings at him and gets a cut on him. And as he sort of goes to the ground for a second, he gets up and casts a flash of light as he quickly scurries back for a moment. Would you say you're actually hiding, or would you be just
Not hiding, but just not making myself mainly visible. But seeing the scuffle, I'm going to quickly cast light just at the edge of my fingertips, and then start walking towards the scuffle.
Nice. I'll just quickly place a light source there. As you do, like the two Redbrands sort of, and as you look to take a step out, you actually notice that two more are also starting to walk up this way. From further on down the path. Iano turns to you, though you don't actually know him by name. He looks at you and goes, "Go to the inn. An older man and his friends get help."
I silently nod and just immediately start sprinting towards the inn.
No worries. You rush towards the inn. Back at the inn, you are all still somewhat, I say, inebriated.
This will be fun.
As you see this purple-haired fellow start rushing up, looking around for you.
I'm assuming that you lot of what the gentleman outside is there. That stupid red cloak militia, whatever their names are, they're attacking people in the town.
Where's Jax? I thought that were Jax. They were being jerks earlier, right?
They were definitely being jerks earlier.
I thought they were jerks.
But, so what, the jerks are being jerks and we should stop them?
Yeah, I think they're about
should
to
help.
kill a family by the looks of it.
Oh, all right. Hold up.
Ah,
The family? Jeez.
Stands up, slams the last of the drink, and slams the tankard down on the table.
I would like to knock something over on my way out of the bar.
Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Rolls
You knock
knock.
over Silda. Get out of the way, old man.
You rush past, and as you sort of run, you trip over a stool and knock this commoner to the ground.
I'm sorry, but I can't. Bye.
Oh, why?
I gesticulate wildly. I got my stuff in one hand, so I'm
Yeah.
just,
Sorry.
The 6 of you, Sildar included, rush out the door. And as you make your way down, I'll do this for you. As you make your way down to the
It's
location.
not wobbly enough for some of our compatriots.
Hold on, I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this horse so that
It's
way it
far
doesn't.
too straight.
Hey, I've had at least a little while to sober up, okay?
The person that has grabbed you takes you to the intersection between Lion Shield Costa and the Town Master's Hall, only to find that there is no one there.
Hey, what's your name, by the way?
Where's this family?
Oh, yeah, and that. What's going on? What?
No, this isn't a prank. There was a gentleman that took a swing at two of the guys in red cloaks as they held a family. And then they attacked him, and then he asked me to bring you out.
Who's the guy?
Do you have grey hair and like a beard thing?
And an
Yes.
familiar.
Yeah, kind of like that, yeah.
No familiar on him
Yeah,
at the
that's-
time, just to be clear on that.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, that's Yonner.
Yeah.
You guys excuse me for a second.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's either peeing or throwing up.
Well, that's what we're about to decide. Thanks for Constitution. Oh, that's ability check, sorry.
I rolled a pee. Oof.
You try to throw up, but nothing comes up.
Oh, that's yeah, I really don't enjoy that. I'm just gonna quickly release.
Hello, are you okay?
Yes, don't come over here.
What? Why not?
Because you hear the sound of trickling.
Ah.
Back in a sec.
Wait, so you said Yano was here?
If that's what his name was, then yes, it, yeah, and those Redbrands soldiers, whatever they are.
Is there anything visible, obvious that would hint at their presence and where they went, like a trail of blood spots leading somewhere?
Give me a perception or investigation check. And Dreamer, it sounds like you were tagging along with that, so you can do one too.
Yes. May I use?
I'll do the other one. You pick one.
I will do investigation. Can I use tactical assessment to add a superiority die to that?
You certainly can. You'll notice that if you click your martial feature, it should roll a d6 for you. Oh, did it not?
It did not.
Did not give you the option for an other formula?
No.
God damn it.
Nothing's working for me today. That's fine. I will. Situational bonus.
It's
is
1d6.
6.
Yeah.
Damn.
No worries. With a 19 and a natural 20, let's not overlook that. Let's get some die emotes in the chat there, gang. You have a quick look around, and indeed there is a small pool, like a tiny pool of blood in the on the ground. It looks to have smeared somewhat over towards the east. And as you continue to follow this fluid vein, you notice, just with some general tracking skills that you've picked up over the years, what looks to be sort of drag marks that sort of continue down this pathway.
I do have proficiency in survival. I would like to follow dragging blood over here, not dragon blood.
Do you think they went that way?
I think so.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll follow you,
Maybe on
fluid
guard.
vein.
I kind of only heard the word east. I'm assuming we're going this way.
Yeah. You continue down, and as you get to about... Actually, well, as you get...
Or did you drag me back?
I don't know if it was me, but you can... As you get to sort of this point here with the ping, you notice that the drag marks veer off to the side and across a grassy plain.
Arrow token collide.
As
If
you
we're entering a sort of sketchy area, can I attempt to creep along more stealthily?
yeah, you can go stealth if you'd like. If anyone else wants to stealth as they see Floodbane attempt to.
Yeah.
I want to stealth, but I also want to like loudly ask Phoenix at the same time. Be like, hey, what's your name? I haven't seen you around.
Oh, you can call me Sil. SYL. Yeah, been here for a while. I've seen you guys come and go from the town. I think we can continue this after this.
Yeah.
Why-
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Why are you so purple?
Once again, Alex, you can't just
Remo,
ask
you
someone
just
why they're purple.
ask people why they're purple.
Is that
I
in
think you'll-
character?
I think you'll have to ask my parents that.
Wait, did one of them have red hair and the other blue?
Is this really the time for this conversation?
No, Rhapsody, you're right.
We're gonna mark this off for later. Case of the purple people parents.
The purple people parents. Oh my god.
You
What's happening? What's happening?
We're off
What's
the
happening
rails.
is Trey's been drinking. I'm sorry. I'll turn it down.
This needs to happen every session.
You begin to walk across the field to the other road, just north of this sort of grass area, and come to a large building that seems to be bright with lights and has music playing, loud, rambunctious sounds.
Hey, didn't this place burn down?
No,
Previous life.
no,
Okay,
that one did.
never mind.
I added it full, don't.
Sorry.
No, it's alright. I'm just getting some.
Thanks, Cauldron. I thought they shut that place down.
As you peer at this building, you see it has what looks to be a large ogre-like figure on their sort of signpost, with a big, massive stein of beer. Underneath it, it says "The Sleeping Giant."
This is the bar they told us not to drink at.
Yeah.
Can we go get a
Silda,
drink?
Silda, what are we walking into here?
Nothing good.
Is this a guns blazing kind of thing, or a...
Unless you want to bury the rest of your friends tonight, I would say no. There'd be at least a good dozen of them in there.
Trey is like immediately sobered at these words.
Indeed, as you take a look, you see a large figure sort of just standing outside, sort of guarding the building, as a few more just sort of come in and then out again. They don't look drunk. They look like they've maybe just maybe had a drink or two, but they look like they're about to go on patrol, so they're regimented and sort of doing their mercenary job of patrolling the town.
But they've abducted him. We can't just leave them.
We also can't save them if we're injured or worse, dead.
We've raided that inn before when we thought they were doing something nefarious. Weirdly, they allowed us in without much fight. We never found anyone there, so if they've gone this way, I have a feeling they've actually gone somewhere else.
We're talking like secret tunnels.
I doubt there'd be any sort of tunnels under this town, but I feel like they're using this as their main barracks, and somewhere else as their actual form of base.
Oh, I see.
Yana, what'd you
May I
get
ask-
yourself into?
Ask Sordo, what's the deal with this burned out place on the hill up here?
Oh, You mean Tresendar Manor?
Yeah. That's amazing.
I don't rightly know much about it, if I'm going to be honest. Supposedly there was a murder there a few years back. One of the wealthy inhabitants of this town went crazy. At least that's what the rumor is.
Right.
How have we never noticed that? Anyway,
We've been busy.
it's true. We have.
I think we've got... He sort of just slaps his face. It's like... I'm really sorry. I think we might need to hold off on any further drinking for the night and get some rest. I think what Lenine wanted to talk about may have just come to fruition.
Oh. I almost wish we'd heard her out earlier.
If you'll excuse me, I need to start thinking about what to do. He'll walk up to you, Syl. Syl, you said, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And he extends a hand. My name is Sildar Holwinter.
Any name? Extends his hand out. You can call me Sylvain.
Pleasure to meet you.
Sylvain Hallwinter.
Wait, what? What the?
I was wondering about that.
I only just noticed that you did that. As taken aback as I am now, so I was like, C. Interesting.
Don't worry, it is a pretty common name back where we're from.
Are you his dad?
Definitely
Is
not.
Dad your dad?
I apologize
If
for
so, what's with all the purple?
Trey has his notepad ready to scrap off a case of the Purple People parents.
Sylvain, if you'd be so kind as to maybe meet up with me tomorrow. I have a feeling that you may be able to help these people out with what I need to ask of them.
Absolutely, I've honestly the last couple of days I've just been wandering around waiting for a sense of direction. This will actually kind of help keep me occupied. Anything I can do to help?
I appreciate it. Folks, I need to go get my head straight. If you can meet me at Lenine's tomorrow, that would be appreciated. He turns back to you, Syl. The line, Shield Costa.
No problem, I'll be there.
As will be.
He'll walk up to Rhapsody. I am sorry for your loss, young one. Please don't take this as disrespect that I'm ignoring the situation, but I think whatever you are all facing with the Crackmores may truly just be the tip of the iceberg.
It would... For us to not continue and see out what we started would only make the sacrifice Kuiper made a waste.
Yeah.
And he nods, like in total acknowledgement of what that means. And having similar feelings like that in the past himself. Well,
That was good.
I promise you to do everything I can in my power to make what his sacrifice was a valiant one. Good night.
Good night.
And he will head off.
I'll turn to Syl at this point to say, so, floating around waiting for the winds of change to come and point you in the right direction, huh? Well, it'll turn to the dreamer and it'll be like, I don't know much about these things, but I'm fairly sure the winds of chaos are buffeting us along to wherever we're going next.
It is a bad sign.
I'm just kind of staring at you like this is going over my head.
Seems quite apt that I've been originally sent here and then left to wait for a direction, and this is now happening. I think it's... I'm not one to say coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences all that much.
So who are you?
Well, if you need to worry about the Hallwinter name, don't worry too much. I'm not related to him. I don't even think I've met him before in my life. But...
Right, but who are you?
I am Sylvain. I apparently am very purple.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're not sure?
I must apologize. I feel that you're a perfectly ordinate amount of purple.
Just so you can see each other.
I didn't say it was a bad amount of purple. It's just a lot of purple.
Oh, what can I say? It's my favorite color.
I can see that.
Look, any companion on the same mission with the same goals as a companion of mine. So, I didn't mean to step on top of you. I'm a little bit tactical. I'll just shake your hand if you will.
No problem at all. And gladly shakes it.
My name is Trey. And my companion's here. We've recently faced a fairly terrible loss, so you might need to excuse our demeanor. But if nobody wants to introduce themselves, let us indicate this is Floodbane the Dreamer and Rhapsody.
And don't forget Bo.
And of course, Bo, our erstwhile companion, Bo.
Floodbane the Stormborn.
Oh, I do apologize. I should use your full title.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh,
and-
it's just...
Loss, you say?
Our companion, our traveling friend, Piper. We lost them yesterday to a terrible tragedy.
Oh, the tiefling that was with you.
Yeah, he was purple too. You remind me a lot of him.
I do apologize. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories, and I am sorry for your loss, though.
It's
they-
we're not. Sorry.
Apparently weren't a tiefling.
I
Long story.
personal story too. I don't know if Kuiper would want everyone to know that.
Oh. Sorry.
Still just looks at all of you blankly, saying about the change and stuff. He's just like, okay.
Ray just sort of looks at you again. And is like, well, I for one feel comforted by your purple presence, or I feel like we're somewhat closer to them in a sense. And besides, it's always nice to have company and assistance with these rather unsavory matters. But I suppose we'll be hearing more about that on the morrow.
Yes, and hopefully I can be of assistance and be able to help you all with this.
Ah, well, look, I mean, not to speak too prematurely, but as I say, common goal, common friends.
It's always good to meet new friends.
It is.
I'm not sure if that was like intentional or like that was somebody else's mic, but I swear I heard like a very quiet, like
A
muted
plucking?
plucking of a
Yeah.
mandolin. Yeah.
I heard it too. I don't know where it came from.
Oh, I think that was the thing on my phone. I was taking a photo of my cats.
It's just like I imagine Rhapsody just sadly like plucking marimba, like
Yeah.
quietly in the background. Plunk.
Yeah. Very much so.
Well,
Oh.
should we get to bed?
Oh, rather full. No, yes, let's go.
Did we have that letter from Kuiper read to us on the thingamajiggy right over, maybe?
I think Rhapsody would have read it aloud in the cabin when he found it, to be honest. I don't think he's bright enough to read things silently.
Okay.
So he would have read it aloud to everybody then.
I was unconscious at the time. So did it say cabin or...
Then, yes, we would have told Floodbane in the cart.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Do you need a bucket of water to sleep in, or
No.
Thank you. I do need to get a bucket of water for the morning.
Right. I could do that. I can lift buckets of water. They had me do that a lot at my village.
Oh, you don't have to throw it on me, Kuiper. Just like to do that because he thought it was funny.
That sounds kind of funny.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Apple was kind of funny.
Yeah, it's funnier than they let on. It was their idea to prank you guys the other morning.
That was mean.
That was
Fair enough.
terrible.
Are you talking about the chat?
No.
I've literally been watching kind of funny stuff all week. Well, yeah, you can all return back to the Stone Hill Inn unless there's anything else you wish to do in the town.
You go ahead, Jess.
Do you have a room still?
Oh yes, I have accommodation paid for a bit whilst I'm here.
Right, that was what I meant to say.
welcome
Like,
to
who
join.
sent you here? Where were you?
Oh, just say it's a personal friend of mine. They'd rather keep their identity a bit under wraps at the moment.
Oh.
Yes, a bit of the old, and then Trey taps the side of his nose. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah, you get it.
I get it.
How drunk is Trey though? Does he actually tap the side of his nose, or does he go to and like miss?
Gets his eye.
Do I need to make a dexterity check?
He's waving the farm pistol around.
Yeah. Dexterity check, yeah, for
Looking
sure.
down at like Luke Skywalker.
You prompted it, so
Do
yes.
you blow your own head off?
Maybe.
You get it, but you smack your nose so much that it actually starts to hurt. you tap it really hard.
It's like yeah, I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, we should definitely do the thing with the sleeping and the not being drunk anymore.
All right. I believe the Dreamer wishes to do something this evening.
Yes. Can I head back over to the Church of the Archer, please?
You certainly can. It's probably getting close to 10 o'clock at this time of night. Although it's starting to get too hard to see on the screen, so I'm just going to bring it up a bit. And as you head on over to the church, you can see the lights are still on. The actual entrance to the church seems to be available to be open at all times, but it does seem very quiet in there at the moment. Candles are sort of dimly lit, just giving enough light to see down the corridor, but not enough to sort of illuminate everything. And you can see right at the end there looks to be just sort of a young male, maybe mid-20s, sort of there scribbling and just scrawling on some paper.
Can I just ask, would the Dreamer have just like subtly, like just walked off, or would you have been sort of sneaking away?
I think she definitely takes an opportune moment when you are, kind of talking with Syl. But I don't think she's particularly trying to hide the fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
You Irish
She's not
goodbye.
drawing attention to it. Yeah.
No problem. Cool. Sorry, I just wanted to check on that.
That's right.
No, you're fine.
He scribbles and he looks up. He's like, hello. How can I help?
Good evening. A friend of mine was brought here recently.
Yes. Yes. Sister Grail told me. You're welcome to visit.
Thank you.
If you need anything, just yell out.
I will.
As you enter in, you can see the room that he's placed in is fairly basic. It's more just a stone walled room. A candelabra just up top with just the most dimmest of arcane light just sort of there just to give a bit of sight. But nothing, no decorations, no adornments on the walls. You see Kuiper covered, more, I guess, elegantly wrapped in this silk sheet that was given as part of the ceremony. Face covered, on sort of a plinth in the middle of the room.
The dream will just go over and kind of kneel next to Kuiper, almost in prayer. She will say, "It is a terrible shame that we did not have the time together that I expected. Although in truth it feels like I knew you a lifetime. I should know. It is a curse that I have lived as long as I have, and yet you die so young. You weren't religious, and yet you embody so much of what the Moon Weaver teaches. To seize your own destiny and pursue your own passions. To walk unbridled and untethered. To forge new memories and experiences. There is darkness coming. And yet one of its brightest flames has just been extinguished. She will take off one of the necklaces that she wears, which is 2 interlocked crescent moons, one white and one blood red, and just laid across their chest. And as she does so, she'll kind of glow very lightly with a white moonlight. And as she does so, small, almost tattoos of the various constellations will light up on her skin. As she mechanically casts Balm of the Moonweaver, knowing that there will be no benefit to the healing provided from it.
Very nice. Your skin glows in an almost starry glitter-like fashion. And as you close your eyes for a second and then open them, you see just sort of refracting off the light, a little wisp of smoke that sort of swirls around your arm, of which you know that familiar friend that's always been by your side is just there, reassuring, comforting. Mourning with you.
She'll just kind of look down at it. It is truly a shame.
A sort of mental nod in your mind.
She will turn to leave.
What would everyone else like to do before heading off to bed?
How dare you, Alex? All I
Legit.
have to say.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's beautiful
Can't believe you've done this.
and perfect, and yeah, there's nothing I could do that could follow that.
Not sure if anyone else has anything they want to do before they go to bed, but Trey would like to, if he doesn't already have it, I should double check. Like I do. Can I just ask at the bar? Be like, do you have a quill and an ink pot and some parchment I can borrow just real quick? I mean, the parchment you won't get back, but the rest of it you will.
Yeah, just some basic papers and rolls, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Of course, and we'll hand it to you.
I just sort of take it up to the room. Obviously dreaming not being in there at the moment. I just wanted to pen a quick reply to my dad, who had sent me a message earlier.
Yes.
Super basic, but probably just something like, "Dear Father, thank you for thank you for writing. Appreciate the blueprints." What would he say? Something about, "Thanks for believing in me. You've made it my best. Things are hard, but I'm surviving. Write to you again soon." And he would sign the letter from Antoine.
Very nice. You write this note as you have a quick look at your blueprints, which I've just created a handout for.
Hey!
Looks like this.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, holy shit.
Wow. That's oof. Okay.
It's amazing.
Yep.
And yeah, fold up the note.
Send off tomorrow or someplace. But yeah, happy with that.
Anything from you, Flipbane?
No, after the excitement of the night has eased, I'll probably start to climb up again and simply go and spend time by myself in the room we have booked.
Very nice.
Making a mental note to fetch a big bucket of water in the morning.
Very good. Anything from you, Sil?
I was going to
Does
say,
his usual meditation before he goes to bed.
As you lay down to meditate, Sil, you take that moment to reflect and think about everything you've just seen today, the people you've just met. Your arm gets that little bit of an itch and a tingle. And you give it a quick rub. And as you rub it to sort of, that warmth that sort of comes from it begins to burn. You get the sense you're on the right path. And we shall call that a day as we head into the next part of our chapter. Do we want to take another quick break here, or shall we continue on?
I'm happy either way.
Fine with whatever. Yeah. I could go grab a drink.
Yeah, let's have a drink.
Quick break, please.
Quick break.
Yeah.
Let's do that. All right, guys, we'll be back in about 5 minutes' time, so please do not go away as we begin to take on... Well, I guess trying to figure out what's going on with the Redbrands. Don't go away.
Those bastards.
Those bastards.
Make rocket go now.
Make rocket go now. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Back to our Phandelver and Below Exandria edition. You may have noticed as we play, I've put a few new banners up on the stream to highlight both the plot hook and Rainbow Unicorn Phoenix.
Ooh.
Definitely want to give them more shout outs.
thank you.
They do some amazing streams. Some, a lot that I unfortunately don't get around to watching, but every time I do jump in, it's always been a blast. We return. You'll also see Sylvain is there now with their stats.
Yeah. Looking very purple.
Very purple. There's a lot of purple.
The purplest of purples.
But nonetheless, we return.
Charisma 18, eh?
He's the face. We return back to the next day. It is Sunshear 14th. As the sun rises, it's about 7 o'clock perhaps 8 o'clock-ish, as you all stir. Some with a little bit of a hangover, others maybe more sober or attuned to drinking the amounts you guys did.
Rhapsody shares his cold bucket of water if anyone needs it. Dunk the head in.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, and you can also
my
have a long
mental
rest, yes.
alarm clock wakes me up, and I fetch a bucket of cold water and then knock. Oh, you're still outside your room, I see.
Yeah, just a reminder as well. Yeah, make sure Rhapsody that you also take a long rest to get your
Ooh,
spell slots
yeah.
back.
Sorry, in all the excitement of doing everything, I forgot to do that part.
I don't think Syl needs to, but just in case there's anything missing.
No, nothing was used.
No worries. You all know at this time that Sildar has requested for you to meet at Lenine Greywind's place of business, the Lion Shield Costa. I guess just to sort of recap what we do know at this time. You know at this stage that the Cragmores, the goblin tribe that kidnapped Sildar and Gundren, have taken Gundren to their castle, though where that is you have no idea. What you have deemed or determined is that Harbin Wester, the town master of Joran Village, seems nonplussed about the overall situation. Though he has had pressure from you and Sildar to potentially step up. I guess the only other thing you would have seen or known about at this time is obviously what happened last night, and that there was a job board posting to potentially take on an ogre, I think it was, that was posted at the Town Master Hall. So with that in mind, you are free to do what you need to.
Rhapsody, are you actually in your room early morning?
Yeah, probably would have been, yeah. Sorry.
No worries.
Sorry,
I will
I did that, sorry,
very
Jess.
timidly knock on the door. Rhapsody? Rhapsody! I will attempt to raise my voice, but just kind of like be unable to do so in a proper way.
5 more minutes.
Okay, water? I'll sit down outside the door and wait patiently, trying to count off 300 seconds in my head.
Rhapsody will open the door. Hello? Good morning.
Oh, yes, morning. It is morning. Water.
You can use your arrow
thank
keys if you want,
you.
Lobster Jess, so that makes it easier to move around.
Yeah. Thank you. And yeah, I guess I'll throw the bucket of water on me.
Oh, gosh, you really... How, are you?
Refreshed.
Oh, I meant with, Kuiper.
Oh, it's very hard. But one of the nice things about friendship is that even when your friends aren't there, you still get to keep the friendship.
Yeah.
You maybe won't see Kuiper for a while. But Kuiper's still our friend, and we can still be Kuiper's friend.
I swallow past a huge lump in my throat. Yeah. Thank you.
You said you lost someone before as well.
Yeah, back before I got exiled, immediately before I got exiled, the younger brother of really my only friend, were attacked by a pack of wild boars. It sometimes happens.
That sounds
Really?
horrible. I'm so sorry.
It was horrible, yes. I mean, thank you.
what I said about Kuiper applies to them too.
Hmm.
They might not be physically here anymore, but they're still a part of you, and the friendship's still a part of you.
Thank you. I think I need breakfast.
Oh, you don't need some cold water too?
Maybe? Does it help?
It helps me. I don't know if it works for Dragonborn.
I'll think about it.
Okay, that's good, because I kind of used it all anyway.
We should mop it up, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Is there
Yeah,
a mop I can
that
borrow?
would be nice.
Yeah, do you have a mop? I'll mop it up. I make the mess, I'll clean it up.
Yeah, and he runs over and grabs a mop and pulls it out. My
Why
mum.
is the floor all wet?
I'll fetch a
Grab steel, mop up.
cloth of some kind and set to helping.
Oh, you don't have to do that, Flipbane. I made the mess, I'll clean it up.
It's fine.
Oh, thank you.
Trey just sort of like sleepily holds an arm out in front of Draver and is like, "Look out, Draver. It's a tripping hazard."
Thank you.
So you walk out of your bedroom and just see these four goofballs just trying to mop up some water.
I feel like Rhapsody's doing that thing where he's just trailing the water behind him. He's not really mopping it up.
You're spreading it.
Yeah,
He still
just
notices this as
making it
everyone's
worse.
focusing on the one spot and there's a trail and still doesn't say anything. He just looks at it.
I think that's better. If not, it'll dry quickly.
I guess it'll do for now. Here.
I'm sorry, I did my best.
Just trying to find a detail here.
I'll raise the probably now quite dirty cloth I've been rubbing the floor with. Do you want this?
Yeah, I'll go empty it.
Good, thank you.
Man. Then's gonna laugh at this. God, these guys.
Well,
Hey, we're perfectly well adjusted in normal individuals. Is there any more water? I think I need a drink.
yeah. let's get
Only
some breakfast.
dirty floor water,
Yeah,
which I would not recommend drinking.
Complimentary breakfast downstairs.
Oh,
We
thank you.
breakfast, and
Thank
then we
you.
have
I want downstairs.
people
Breakfast.
to kill and people to save.
Greasy breakfast. Hey, Sil, come eat.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Before I run downstairs, I've forgotten this little boy's name. What's his name?
Pip.
Can I tip Pip a gold coin?
Oh,
Because I feel bad. I did such a bad job mopping.
he'll
I'm really sorry.
he'll grab it quickly and be like, "Oh, you don't have to do that." Just smile. That's
Flipbane is not socially aware enough to think to do that.
if you want to spill
You
water
work
again.
very hard.
If you want to spill water again, that's fine.
Look, if we're here for a little while, I might spill water again. So,
Okay.
yeah, please take this gold in. Thanks.
That's a cool drum you got.
Oh, here we
thank
go.
You. I think it's too early in the morning to play it now. But if we're back tonight, maybe I'll put on a performance for you.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Who are you and what have you done with Rhapsody?
Yeah, too early.
I understand in the immediate aftermath of the death of a friend, but
But it's been 24 hours.
It's been 8.
For entire hours.
It's been
Very true.
8 to 10. You had
Plus, Rhapsody did know Kuiper a little bit longer than you guys, so...
That's right.
We're over here speedrunning the stages of grief.
Yeah, we're all on acceptance already.
Yeah.
It's what he would have
Wouldn't
wanted.
you're at stage 2, denial. I'm not.
Kuiper's still
Well.
here, it's fine.
Acceptance.
Gone away
well,
for a while.
You gotta go somewhere.
He's gone to a farm.
I do have to
Just
say,
look
Mr.
at-
Simpson, you were taking
Where he
this
gets
far
to
too
run
quickly.
around all day and play with all the other tieflings.
Rhapsody, just because I don't care doesn't mean I don't understand.
Look at the flowers, Kuiper. Look at the flowers.
Splotch brings out the usual chicken and egg.
Is the chicken inside the egg, or is the egg inside the chicken? And
Oh,
which
if the
came
egg is
first?
inside the chicken, that's incredible
no.
masterwork.
The egg was in the chicken earlier, but then I took it out and cooked the chicken.
Thank you for cooking the chicken, Splotch. That's very considerate of you.
No,
Are there
I did-
eggs inside shells, or have they like been removed and turned into fried eggs or whatever?
It's
And did you
scrambled
cook
eggs
the
with
eggs?
chicken, yeah.
Ah, okay. He's gonna eat an egg whole.
I can get you a whole egg if you want.
No, sorry, I wouldn't voice this. I would just sort of. Take
He
what's
just
there.
says that to everyone.
I
No, I think
will
I'll be fine.
respectfully decline, but I appreciate your efforts as always.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are a fine chef, my man.
Thank you.
Anywhere else, and you'd be renowned.
Tonight's beef stuffed with potato.
Oh, that sounds amazing. And I turn
Oh,
to
dear.
Syl.
Where does he stuff it?
That
Where is
commoner
the
I knocked
opening?
over last night is still laying there prone.
Oh, shush you.
Oh, never mind, they got up.
We'll find out tonight.
Was waiting for you to come back and help her up. You never did.
She was there all night.
Hey, while we're eating, is anyone here able to identify magic items?
Unfortunately not. I almost took that spell.
Maybe.
I would say with the night gone and this morning after breakfast, you'd have enough time to actually look over it yourself. What
The
you
answer is you.
what you find is, oops, don't use it. Let's open it up.
It explodes.
Rocks fall.
Rocks fall. We all die.
I'm just changing it to identified on the sheet.
How did the rocks get inside the inn?
The real
You
question is, when the rocks fall, do they land on Rhapsody's drum?
I want to.
And does it play one last tune?
you found and assess that this is a great owl's crown.
I need it.
It gives
What
you
the
a
hell is
+1 bonus to wisdom checks and wisdom saving throws. And you can understand and speak to owls and owlbears.
That's cool as hell.
The crown has 5 charges and regains all expended charges daily at dawn. While wearing this crown, you can use an action to expend one of its charges to detect if there are any owls or owlbears within 1,000 feet of you.
Alright,
If you-
that's it. Screw the rest of the campaign. We're going to find an
We're hunting
owlbear.
owlbears.
If you detect any owls or
Yes.
owlbears within the crown's range, you learn the direction and distance to the closest one. Alternatively, you can expend one of the crown's charges to cast Animal Messenger from it, for which the target must be a beast with a flying speed.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting owlbears.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sick.
That is sick. Does anyone want it?
Yeah, if you don't.
I mean, I do, but I feel like I should ask.
I'll also say that the statuette that you found of the frog, upon looking over it, you gather it's going to be worth about 40 gold.
Nice.
Has anybody licked it yet? That's the real question.
Would you like to lick it?
I would, yes.
Lick away.
I
Rhapsody
probably
puts
I
out
was
their big froggy tongue on it.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
I stare with a mixture
Oh,
of
no.
interest and horror.
I was gonna say at some point last night in his stupor, Trey would have like proffered the frog to Rhapsody and said, "Look, it's you. You should have it."
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh,
You give
Bad.
it,
Inspiration.
you give it a lick, and you get this odd mineral-like taste on your tongue. It's disgusting.
yeah.
The bait and switch.
Hey,
Poisons,
Sil,
drop to 0 HP.
hey, Sil, you should
It's
lick
just a statue.
And the reason for licking a statue would be
It tastes really good.
Insight check.
Do I believe?
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, okay then. So let's do a private insight check here. How do I do this again? I select you, I select you. We do a contested roll. Oh no, you're not doing a dexterity check, you're doing a deception check and you're doing an insight. I would like Rhapsody and Sylvain to do a private roll. Before you roll it, can you please make sure that you've selected private GM roll just to be safe? Which you can do from the chat box.
Have fun with that, Sean.
Rhapsody, what are you trying to imply by licking this statue?
I guess Rhapsody's goal is a light-hearted prank on their new party member?
That's adorable.
Hey, you don't know that.
Sil, you see it as a prank without malice. With a natural
Yeah,
20.
he'll lick it. Yeah, he'll lick it.
You lick it, and yeah, you get that same mineral taste. There was no need for a roll. I just wanted to
Question, though.
tease the whimsy crew.
Question though, do you lick it in the same area that Rhapsody did, or like the
On a
opposite
different
side?
area. On a
Yeah.
different area.
He definitely had his tongue all over that.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Kansetsu kisu dato?
We're straying into anime.
Having
Pull
seen
the ripcord.
having seen Sil lick the frog, Trey just has like an incredulous, like surprised grin on his face. Just like
should-
Eh, good in there.
You
This
should
guy's
try it too,
hardcore.
Trey.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
You know what? I've been hazed enough, all right. Thank you so. I just sort of jump over to the other side of the table.
Alright.
No, I'm kidding. I will have to respectfully decline, but I take you at your word that it's absolutely delicious.
Kind of.
Because the funny thing is that you guys, whilst you are eating breakfast, you notice that Sil is barely eating anything. He is like picking at stuff, but barely eating.
Don't tell me what I do and don't notice.
It's true, he has a passive perception of 11.
Sil was literally just sitting there, just not doing anything, basically just watching everyone.
I mean,
I'm probably like aware that there's a new person and that the dynamic is slightly different, but I'm not doing anything about it or saying anything much.
Yeah.
are you just sort of like staring at Sil?
Yes.
Sort of
Like for multiple seconds at a time before like looking down and going back to my food and everything.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll this for myself, if that's alright.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nothing happens. Oh wait, no, that's a 22. That's not option. Okay, so yeah, sort of seeing Bloodbane, paying attention to Sil, noticing Sil's not eating anything. I'll just be like, "Hey Sil, if you're not gonna finish that, I think Bloodbane might be hungry.
What?
Bloodbane, are you hungry?"
I mean, yes, but I was just thinking hello.
You were thinking
Oh.
hello. Well, you'll
Yes,
look.
so-
Not to, presume or anything, but these things do tend to work a little better if you enunciate them.
Yeah. Good morning, Sil.
Good morning. If you are hungry, feel free. I'm not that hungry today.
Oh, okay. I don't understand.
If you or anyone else needs more sustenance this morning, feel free to have part of my breakfast. That's fine.
Like, sort of a slight grin playing across his face, Trey just sort of says, "I think what Footbone might be getting at is that you're relatively new to us. You tell us about yourself. Where are you from? What do you do?"
Around, I travel quite a lot. My benefactor tasks me with long, arduous journeys to locations, leaving me stranded there for days, weeks on end, without much conversation and notification as to where I'm supposed to go next, such as where I find myself at the moment. And, yeah, where I'm from,
Oh,
I can't really remember all that much.
We didn't actually discuss it. Please don't press it. Please don't press the new character.
No, that's all right. That's like,
That's another 7
Oh.
days time.
Oh no,
Well,
that's also
response.
that is also an actual legitimate response. He
Okay.
does not have much memory of where he's from.
I am saying that as a DM as well, but
That's Redbrands'
Fair.
response. Oh,
I mean, look, picking up on the fact that Dev not said much about it, and Trevor just like, oh yeah, fair enough. Look, I know what it's like having, the old job where there's not enough direction on it. I mean, it's actually nice to have a written task at hand for this one, I suppose.
It must be lonely for you.
Well, it does from time to time. There are things obviously you can do to keep yourself occupied, but it is also very nice to have at least direction. Again, been stuck here for days without really, well, much to do, talk about. It's nice.
I have to say, you blend in surprisingly well. I feel like we should have noticed you a lot earlier. You do tend to stand out.
Oh, my job tends to require that I not stand out. If I stand out too much, then I feel that my benefactor might have issues or qualms with it.
Fair enough. And Trey's like got a little notebook and he's just written down the word sneaky and underlined it several times.
I'm going to say, can everyone roll me a perception check as well? So those that did the deception and insight, make sure you do turn off
Oh,
private as well.
thank you, because I did not.
Yep.
It seems Rhapsody has inherited Kuiper's dice skills.
Uh-oh.
I'll say,
I've rolled a 1 and a 2.
as you're all talking, it is hard to not listen into other people's conversations around you, as the place does seem pretty full today. Trey, Dreamer, Trey, Dreamer, and Sil, you all at least hear one of these conversations and discussions that happen over throughout the time eating. I'll say, Trey, you hear this one. A couple just sitting there going like, "Oh, it seems odd though. What do you think Darren's after, or Darren's after? I think a bounty hunter like himself would probably know exactly how to handle those things." Let's see. Dreamer, you hear another couple sort of talking. It's like, "Oh, do you think she's going to be okay? It seems odd that Sister Girl would leave town for so long and then come back wounded like that." And indeed, as you think about that, hearing that, you recall that Sister Girl actually was walking with a limp when she was helping you out. The other one you hear, Sil, which is basically the discussion of last night. I heard Thel got attacked, and Nirna and her 2 children got taken. God, this town is getting worse and worse. You're muted, Ted.
my cheeks are full of the food that I'm continuing to shovel.
Very good.
Sort of like, I guess I'd lower my voice and say to the table, but it seems like things aren't going too well in the town. You'll hear on what's...
Seems like there's a lot of troubles.
Where do we even begin to help?
Well, I
Sorry.
guess we meet with Silda.
He did say that there was something that has come to light or fruition or something.
I feel like a lot of these things are related.
Well, there's normally one trouble, there's normally multiple. It's normally a cascade effect.
Seeing these Redbrands are at the heart of it all.
I don't think I like the Redbrands.
There was trouble.
Shall we set off for the day?
Yes. Shovel food.
Sounds like a plan. Give me 1 second. I'm just fixing up one thing here. Alrighty. You make your way out of the inn and begin to wander around. Outside, it is much more. There's much more activity today. It seems as though whatever is going on has riled up the people, but also it's still business as usual when it comes to just general having to take care of things and the like. What you notice, I guess, more than anything is that there seems to be a large crowd gathering down by the Town Master's Hall.
We should probably head that way anyway. We're heading to the Costa.
Oh boy, I hope nobody's being lynched.
Well, that would depend who it is.
What's lynched?
I'll tell you when you're older.
True. Maybe next week.
As you walk down, you can see that surrounding the Town Master Hall looks to be a larger assortment of community members. They all seem to be arguing, or at least even more so demanding, towards Harbin Wester. Next to Harbin is his aide, Jamilson, sort of not weakly, but just sort of a bit reserved and just trying to stand aside his employer. And Harbin's like,
Well, I need you all to just calm down, okay? This is not like before. This is just simply just a misunderstanding. I'll be talking to the Redbrands, and we'll be getting this figured out. There's nothing to worry about. We hired them. They're on our coin. We can make sure that they're doing exactly what we tell them. It's like,
you said you hired them here for protection. All they do is bully us. They're thugs. They're outlaws. They're not guards. You need to stand up to them, Harbin.
oh, look, it's just all simple misunderstanding. Like, I don't... You put your trust in me, and I will make sure everything is okay.
You can tell that he is sweating profusely. He is just... Yeah, he's a mess. Jamilson hands him a handkerchief, and he's like,
Look, I have much paperwork to do, but please, just...
We think maybe they kidnapped some people. Thel and Mana and the two children. Did you know that?
As I was saying, whatever
And
speculation...
Yano.
Whatever speculation is going on, I'm sure it can be resolved. These people are here to...
Well, there was a blood trail leading from over there, over to the place, the sleeping giant. Sorry.
Oh no, you're totally fine. I was going to say speculation. I mean, we have an eyewitness right here, and just like, hey, still.
Yes, did see a number of them with the family in question tied, and it looked like they were going to attack. I ran to get assistance and help and found that they had vanished, but as the Dragonborn Flibane has mentioned, that there was a trail of blood that he managed to spot, and we followed it to where, well, I assume is where they be staying every night, so that does lead to question that they're involved very much in this and that we should be taking action.
And what are you doing about it, sir?
Yeah.
No, hold on. I don't know who you all are. You come into this town, and
We met you yesterday.
you speak about people that you have not
We slayed
met.
the Cragmores.
How do you know that they weren't trying to escort them there health or their well-being. Maybe they were potentially being disruptive and had to be captured to the Redbrands are our allies, and what you just have to. I have business to do, and he just storms off into the room as Jamilson's sort of like, we're looking into it. I am sorry. Please just rest assured. We're not. And he doesn't know what to say. You can see like the crowd is getting more and more riled up as he's just trying to fend them off as best as he can.
What a
Is the
fuck!
lynching?
What a fuckwit! Thorn will say, employing a choice goblin slur. It means like maggot spawn or something.
Do you say it in Goblin?
Yes.
Okay.
He did say it in Goblin. That is Goblin. It's canon.
He didn't use the British accent.
No, just
so,
making sure because I was going to make a response, but they wouldn't understand Goblin. So
It's hard to deploy it for one word in the middle of a
That's
sentence.
Yeah, he's a right fuckwit.
I'll turn to I'll turn to Sildar and I say, hey, what do you reckon the chances are that every single one of these people owns at least one pitchfork and or torch?
Is this a lynching? Is this what a
It's
lynching is?
getting pretty close.
and
I mean,
Getting
I'm kind of
closer to
feeling-
lynching.
I'm kind of feeling like it actually should be at this point.
you see Sildar there. Like you can see, he's looking very stern and just sort of arms crossed. Lenine is standing there, sort of arms on hips, and it's like, oh, it's going to take much less than a torch and pitchfork. I'll tell you right now. We'll drag him down the street if we at this rate. I'm telling you, Sildar.
Well, in any case,
He just. This man has to go. We need to get someone else in leadership.
The smaller, weaker guy looks maybe nicer, just kind of useless, but maybe only because. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with this.
no. I think
He-
I know what you're getting. So you know,
At
if
least
the
seems
person,
like he cares.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is important.
that's all right. I have respect for Jamilson. He has to deal with a lot of what Harbin throws away. It's not his fault that he has to be the defensive line for such an incompetent buffoon.
You guys think I would make a good mayor?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you want to be mayor?
The thought alarms me somewhat, but ultimately, maybe yes.
I know where this is going.
Let's cut this off at the pass.
Uh-huh.
Let's move on.
You can if you want.
Nope.
Very well.
Kramer, I think you'd make a fair mayor, but I don't think we have the time for it right now.
You're right.
There's a lot of paperwork involved in that kind of stuff. Bureaucracy is definitely the death of people.
Oh, I hate
I also feel
bureaucracy.
like it's a lot of day work. And you seem more like a night owl.
But I could change the rules if I was the mayor.
That's true. You could.
I tell you, the first
Not
thing.
without oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I was just going to say, not without much resistance from my experience.
I tell you, the first thing I would do is I would reach out to the Republic and see what we could do to get at least a patrol coming through here on a regular basis. It's stupid that they just pass along the main trail and don't take a turn. Particularly after everything that happened the past 50 years or so. Do you know they only sent one investigator here, someone from the Soul, to look into what happened with the hag? Dreadful. Anyway,
Sure they did their best.
I have no doubt, but still, when you've got someone like that oaf running things, it's just nothing's ever going to get fixed up. But I guess that's why you're here, isn't it? Sildar sort of goes,
I don't want to be mayor.
When Ganzor became the chief, he walked up to the old one and stabbed him in front of the village.
Oh, I definitely don't want to do that.
That is a way to do it, but I also believe in an election would also be a suitable alternative.
Well, everyone elected him. They said he was the bigger and stronger one.
Yes, we tend to normally do that with pieces of paper that says that we prefer this person over the other.
Well, everyone just said, yeah, you should be the chief now.
Effectively, it's the same thing.
Just with less stabbing in them.
There's an elegance to the simplicity of it.
Well, that's a good question. If nobody wants this person in charge, how are they in charge still?
Bureaucracy.
No one can be bothered filing the paperwork to change anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, he should have been booted a year ago after the kidnappings, but he organized the Redbrands, and at the time it seemed like a good effort to try and bring some peace to this town. Only that just came and landed back on our faces. Which I guess leads me to my my position here. Sildar filled me in on what happened, and I am sorry for the loss of your friend. But I also understand the 4, 5 of you may have potentially almost got into a fight with the Redbrands last night if there was a bit more time.
Maybe if we're in a bit better condition too.
Yeah, we shouldn't have had so much to drink.
Hey, if drink's what makes you get into a scruff with these guys, I'm not going to complain. I'm actually looking to see what we can find out about these guys. And particularly where they're mainly holed up. There's no way that they're staying at the inn constantly. I was wondering if maybe you 5 would be interested in learning a bit more and seeing what we can do to figure out not only where their main base of operation is, but also potentially finding these missing folk that got taken last night.
Yeah,
Of course, I hate that we were there just a moment too late.
As do I.
Enough people
was meant to be
died
done.
already. We want to help.
Oh,
It's true. I mean, I feel like our goals already intersect, but if you want to make it official, we'll definitely be happy to help.
that sort of cheerful disposition sort of disappears off her face for a second as you say, people have died. She's like, yeah, it's... things need to change.
They do,
I
and we want to help change.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee a payment for this just yet, but I will be rallying with the team, or with the community, to see what we can pull together. If you can help us get rid of these Redbrands. At the very least, I can, as a business person, offer to buy any armor or swords or the like that you take from these fools for a fair price. I'll make sure it's a more than reasonable price over what would normally be offered. But yeah, if we can figure out what's going on, if we can... There's no way we could just take them on head on, that's what I'm saying. If we can find a way to push them out, that would be best.
How many would you say that there are, considering that if you're saying that they not necessarily frequent or stay at the Stonehill Inn, there must be a sizable number of them?
Just to be clear for what I'm going to say next, take into account that this map probably should be a lot more busier in terms of tokens. Well, the Redbrands patrol in groups of 2 or 3 at a time. Normally, there's at least 3 or 4 groups wandering around loosely at any point. I would say the Sleeping Giant can house about 12 or so regarding, beds. But even then, we probably saw a good dozen to 2 dozen arrive initially. I'd say a dozen, and then a few more have popped in and out over time. Their numbers are increasing. Whatever they're doing, they're establishing a much larger militia.
Are they recruiting from the townsfolk?
Oh, definitely not. Whoever they're recruiting from, they're coming from elsewhere. If anything, I think they're trying to push out the town.
It's horrible.
With Thel being attacked last night and his wife and kids being dragged off with him, that's just another one in terms of what's been going on. A few others have left just due
Has-
to troubles.
Has that happened before? Have they taken kids before?
This is their first time taking someone, but I think it's more to show maybe a warning. Thel stood up to them a few nights ago. He pushed back against a group coming into his shop. And then, yeah, they beat him pretty hard then. But I guess that wasn't enough of an image. So I don't know exactly what happened, but there's rumors having that they went to his house and broke it down.
What do you know about that big burnt-out manor up on the hill?
Tresenda Manor. It's a pretty horrid story to that. It's been down and out now for at least, I'd say, 3 or so years. There was a fairly wealthy gentleman whose family were born and raised there. Named I can't remember his name, but in either case, you'll probably hear this story over time. It's what we call the curse of the Poppins. The rumor was that he went mad and killed his family and burnt the manor down in the process. But we found out more recently, about 12 to 18 months ago now, that he may have been actually under a curse from a hag that was living in the forest. I know it sounds weird, but he was one of maybe...
It does sound a bit far-fetched.
Yeah. It makes more sense when you start to think about things that happened before that, where others had disappeared or run off. But yeah, we had a group of people come through and help us eliminate that hag. And that's when we all decided to put our coin together to hire the Redbrands, to try and get a bit more protection in this area.
Were they cool and handsome, these visitors?
Yeah, you should have hired those people.
They never came and talked to me, so I feel like they're probably...
They were losers.
Yeah,
Oh, they probably just didn't know you were about.
Maybe I might not have been written yet, I don't know.
I may not have been willed into existence yet.
In either case, the owner of that manor burnt the place down, and then more or less roamed the streets after that. He left with a couple of others not too long ago to go get a bit more care. So,
Is it possible the Redbrands may be operating out of there now, if it is uninhabited? It seems large enough.
it's large enough, but I haven't been up there for a while, but it's kind of dilapidated. There's no... the structure of the place is pretty shoddy. The kids normally go running
last
around.
time I was there, it was like a burned-out husk.
Last time you were there, Flipping.
What?
Flipbane's nose bleeds.
What?
The kids often go playing around there, playing tag. Like, I'm sure they would have said something if they'd seen any activity there.
Okay.
So if you can go have a look if you want, but no idea.
Seems like a nice place for a walk.
I think eventually we should make our way to the Sleeping Giant and see what we can find.
We could do both.
That's true. I can get in and out of the Sleeping Giant undetected, but...
Ooh.
What?
How?
What? I can make myself very small.
Smaller than
Like
me?
smaller than Rhapsody?
Much smaller than Rhapsody.
Whoa. Like a
I
baby
want to
Rhapsody?
see that. I mean, a baby Rhapsody wouldn't be very helpful. Tadpoles don't have legs. Smaller than Bo?
Yeah, smaller than Bo.
Whoa. I definitely want to see that. Let's go do that thing first.
Sildar, was this the thing you wanted to talk to us about?
Indeed. Lenine and I are of the agreement that something needs to change in this town. I suggested the four, and he looks at Sil, 5 of you, to maybe assist with this. And in exchange, she's going to be sending out a few scouts along the trails just to see what we can find out about any sort of castles and such. Essentially, it's, I guess, a quid pro quo for our main objective, but if anything, if the Rockseeker brothers ran or fled because of maybe some threats from the Redbrands, it'd be better that they were gone before they arrived or returned. I think in either case, just their presence here is going to be an issue for anything we want to do going forward. I'm not going to press you into this. If you think it's best that we go looking for Gundren initially, or just allow the town to look after this themselves, I will respect your wishes. But
Well, it seems, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're saying that all the Rock Seekers went missing.
indeed.
I mean, if the other 2 brothers went, then there has to be some sort of connection. Again, I don't believe in coincidences.
Well, just to fill you in there,
Oh, I've seen those little dwarven brothers around. I've been wondering exactly where they went.
of what I can tell, and Ianu knew more of this, but the 2 that you may have seen more recently up and fled in the night. Which is odd, because again, Ianu was supposed to be protecting them. I don't know why they didn't take him, to be honest.
Regardless, we are here now, and it doesn't feel right to let children sit in the hands of these Redbrands. We should deal with the problems at hand first.
Like all of these are somewhat interrelated. Start solving one problem, then solve.
Well,
Like pulling at a thread from a jumper.
if that's something you're willing to help us with, then yeah, like what I said, I've already sent word to see if I can get some details from a cartographer on the region, so at the very least, happy to pass on what I can to help you out and find your little friend.
Right. Okay. Shall we investigate the sleeping giant?
Sure.
Carefully.
Quietly.
Yeah, I want to see this trick, Dreamer.
In
mean,
case it does get, fighty, Sil, what do you, like... I mean, I can blast, cold and lightning and stuff. Trey has this insane explosive thing.
It's a gun.
Yeah, gun.
A gun? What is a gun?
Do we have time for that?
Dreamer covers her ears real quick.
I'm pretty sure that I'll see it firsthand.
Yeah. Well, I think what Flitbane's trying to ask is, what do you do? What's your thing?
Well, similar to Flipbane, then I would deal in the arcane myself.
Ooh.
Oh,
Never quite got my brain around that.
Though I would have to say cold is not necessarily my specialty, so I think that's where we will differ.
Hey, that's good. Variety's the spice of life, and, options.
cold runs in my veins, in a manner of speaking. Also, I think literally.
Well,
Why does that not surprise me?
this conversation bores me. I'm going to go back to work. And Lenny just
fair.
goes back inside.
Understandable.
People say that a lot around us. Have you noticed? Maybe it's just me.
No, it's clearly them.
I do have to say, I did overhear some of your conversations in the end. You guys do talk quite a lot. Not saying that's a bad thing. It is very much a positive.
Thank you.
We were drunker than usual, to be fair, last night. It wasn't a good at first impression, I imagine.
Well, that's completely fair considering of what you've told me has happened, so that's understandable.
In any case, if you're going straight to the sleeping giant, then I guess I suggest you make sure you are well prepared. The rest of the town might have more information. It wouldn't hurt asking if you want to take a more subtle approach. There's nothing stopping you from just walking straight up to the manor if that's what you want to look into, but yeah.
I mean, if we're going to investigate the sleeping giant, I think we would need to have some form of plan in regards to this, because I don't think all of us walking in and going, hey, what's the deal with you, is going to net us the best results here.
I was going to go in alone and see what I could overhear, subtly.
What kind of signal could you give us if we needed to run in?
You would know.
A lot of crashing, a lot of yelling and screaming.
Actually,
That sounds about right.
this is
Nah,
how
that's-
you could do it, Dreamer, because I am going to be giving you an additional feature here. As part of your mind link at level 2, you obviously have increased the range of that
that's true.
telepathy to 20 feet. But the amount of people you can contact is also going to increase by level.
Oh,
So you can now contact 2 people within 20 feet.
Group chat.
Yeah.
Just a Discord call.
I mean, if you stay close enough, I'll be able to keep in touch. But also, if my position is blown, I will pretty much die, so you'll become aware very quickly.
We don't want that.
Hey, according to this map, the inn is only like 20 feet on both sides.
There you go.
So
How do
one
you fit
person
12
at every
people
corner.
in 20 foot by 20 foot?
And it
Must
sleeps
be
12?
Must be magical.
One big bed. One big bed.
It is called the Sleeping Giant.
Hey!
It's true.
I'm fairly confident in my ability to go undetected. Or at least to blend in enough that I won't cause suspicion.
Okay.
But
I have utmost faith in you.
okay.
Well, what would you guys like to do?
Shall
I mean, we
we,
can- Do that first, or we can go and talk around town first. I'm really not fussed.
yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of... I don't know.
Yeah, no strong feelings. I just had my character suggest that to put something in mind in discussion.
Sill's brand new to the party. He's not making a suggestion. He's going to take take advice from everyone.
What do you think we should do, Rhapsody?
All Rhapsody wants to do is see this trick that Dreamer said.
Well, I think that's
Talking
the
to
decision, then.
people is boring. Let's see this fancy trick. And,
Fine.
you know, it's kind of fun. We've not had a lot of fun in the last 24 hours. Let's do something fun.
Alright.
Tired
Show us
of
what you got.
Head to the sleeping giant, and I will show you on the way.
Ooh.
Yeah, feel free to drag yourselves over towards the Sleeping Giant if you want. You can just, if you want to zoom out, just drag yourself there directly. You don't have to go take a path.
There are walls somewhere.
Wait,
Yes,
what?
we have to go around. There are walls.
Since when did they
All
put
the-
walls there? I didn't do that.
This area.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. I'll fix it up next stream.
Something in the middle here is a physical building.
Yeah, all the buildings have invisible walls on them. I didn't know that. No,
Should
I guess it makes sense. Like, if we're squatting here, we shouldn't be able to see two people that are arguing over here.
As you make your way towards the Sleeping Giant, the sound of the inn is still just as noisy and as loud as it was the evening before.
Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
From the outside, what kind of condition does it appear to be in?
Let's have a look. It compared to Stonehill, it is definitely a lot more run down. Think of it more like a biker bar than an inn or a tavern. It's the front has an exposed patio, like sort of stairs that go up to sort of a sitting area there. Around the sides, you can see like a couple of different windows, somewhat dirty, not taken care of. The brickwork is kind of slightly dilapidated. It's sort of like browns and a little bit of green in the corner. Yeah, it would need a full renovation to be at least decent for most.
Should we hide around the building?
Don't be seen by the Redbrands. They probably wouldn't appreciate us hanging around.
True. I'll probably remain as hidden as possible.
But stay relatively close by. If I'm not
Hey.
back within an hour, then you may need to come and find me.
Is there a somewhat inconspicuous spot along the road here? Like a roadside lemonade stand?
Give me a perception check. We'll see if we can see a bench there with a newspaper.
Fake mustache.
I clicked it, but there we go.
Every day.
Not a very perceptive Dragonborn one.
There's definitely like the houses around could definitely give you coverage, but you're not certain if you'd be able to then look out very well. Like a lot of the walls seem to sort of face towards the road. The house closest, the dilapidated building closest to you, like is where it's crumbled and shown is exposed, like is having direct light shine into it at the moment. You get the feeling that you could definitely hide in certain areas, but there's nothing that stands out as a great hiding spot.
No. What if we, does anyone have a board game? We could just sit here.
Trey like immediately pulls out a deck of cards and is like, well, it's not a board game, but
Oh, I like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
a lot more.
We could
Sorry.
play Go Fish.
now that one I'm not familiar with. How do you bet?
Go frog, dragons high.
You don't bet. It's just
Oh.
a game for fun.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun. Who's the betting? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'm gonna do my thing now.
What are you doing,
He
Dreamer?
applauds
Apparently,
excitedly.
they're gonna teach Rhapsody poker, so
You have fun, Rhapsody.
yeah.
What are you doing?
After Ben doesn't know any games.
The Dreamer will get right in front of Rhapsody. Say, hey Rhapsody, watch this. And then she will wild shape into a tiny spider.
Ooh,
Holy fucking shit!
okay.
Language.
Let's
I don't have the. It wasn't one of the ones I sent you as well.
No, that's fine.
To turn into.
Can
I
you?
have
guys
giant
see
wolf spider,
that?
which is almost exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm
but
just going to change its proportions.
Yeah,
Um,
make it tiny.
Did you guys see that?
did.
Can you please cast Wild Shape into the chat for me,
Yes. Maybe.
just to consume that resource? You're not getting this for free, fool.
Fair enough.
You watch as. Well, first off, describe how you would. How would you like this to appear? I am going to tweak whatever you say, just as a heads up. But like, what kind of like effect would occur?
I think it's kind of anticlimactic. I think she just kind of pulls the hood down and like drops her pack, and it would be a lot more visually cool if she were wild shaping into a wolf or something like that. But she essentially just vanishes from sight as she becomes this tiny spider.
You watch as she sort of her form essentially disappears as her clothes sort of drape and then sort of. I guess they disappear, don't they? They actually don't You don't lose.
Yeah,
the
they kind
clothing,
of fold in on themselves and then
You sort of
become
watch
part of
the
them.
clothes begin to fold in, and as they do, they sort of condense down more than what you'd expect them to do. And as it does, they sort of begin to glow in sort of like a red, radiant-like energy. As it shrinks and shrinks, and then begins to spout legs, as a tiny spider appears, glowing red, and starlight sort of sprinkling across it.
Oh, you're so pretty, Dreamer.
Ah, tiny spider.
I
was
kneel
gonna say,
down
hopefully
and
no one has
go.
arachnophobia.
I kneel down and go, whoa, and summon, again, not like the actual breath weapon effect, but a rush of cold air does jut out from between my fangs.
Please don't do any damage to me. I have
Yeah,
one hit point.
I would say the
Be
effect
careful, Flipbane, she's delicate.
for this
Sorry.
for the sake of gameplay, it's not going to affect people just see it as a spider. But what you all see essentially is almost as if like the red rune of Ruidus is currently out, and it's whatever light is beaming down is currently like illuminating this spider. That's what it looks like, except in daylight.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Rhapsody stands very still because he does not want to squish you.
I cannot speak in this form, so I guess I'm just going to...
I'll allow your mind link to still work.
Oh, that's true. What do you think, Rhapsody?
You're the prettiest spider I ever saw.
Thank you. I was deciding between this and rat, but people are more likely to kill a rat if they see it.
That's true.
Anyway, 59 minutes. Back soon.
Good luck.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
She's heading in. Be careful.
Why won't it let me roll with this? It won't let me roll it straight from the sheet for some reason.
Interesting.
But I will do it manually.
It's a +7, I think, right?
It is a +7. Close enough.
Oh,
And I'm heading towards like either not straight through like the front door, but a crack in the wall or a window. Something that it would be kind of inconspicuous to see a spider climbing around.
Okay. No worries. Go ahead and direct me to where you're going. We'll say there's probably like on one of the walls there would definitely be a partially open windowsill.
She will look both ways before crossing the road because she doesn't want to get squished.
You climb up the wall, and as you do, like, it's probably been a while since. Well, I guess this is really maybe one of the first times, particularly in this material plane, where you felt a different sense of gravity and weight. And as you begin to climb up, that weight starts to loosen as, again, a spider just majestically climbs up and can carry itself up pretty much most vertical slopes. And that weightlessness sort of reminds you back of the times before returning. As you climb up to the windowsill, you look in, and you can see what looks to be some sort of kitchenette, a very basic sort of stove and table and preparation area.
Yeah, I will head in that way if there is an opening large enough.
You climb on in. It's, again, it being a spider, I'm not going to say that, if it's an open windowsill, you can easily get in, so, and make your way further into the room. And we will see what you find out there next session. As I'll need to make a map.
Sorry.
That's all right. I like this. Very cool.
Deep in enemy territory.
Very cool. As we begin to look into, this chapter is called The Trouble in Joran Village.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, they got trouble.
A new
Right here in Joran Village.
tagline for a song, maybe, Rhapsody. But no, awesome. Thank you so much, gang. I appreciate it. I know this was a much more, I guess, somber affair tonight. But I think I love the way you all handled yourselves. Yeah, very nice. And a huge round of applause to Phoenix for his new introduction. Hey!
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very
Very.
nicely done. We will be back next week. I'm assuming that no one has anything on.
I may or may not be in Sydney, but I should be able to take my laptop with me to join regardless.
Well, no pressure if you can't. We can always figure something out. But yeah, keep an eye out on our Discord if there is for any news or updates for when we will go live or not. At the same time, make sure you jump on over to the Plot Hook and Rainbow Unicorn Phoenix's stream. They do some amazing streams themselves. I'm just going to be trying to get this typed up. Phoenix does a bunch of different speed runs. Currently still doing Final Fantasy 16, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Doing Final Fantasy 80% story.
Perfect. As well as a variety of other different games. And Plot Hook is currently running, well, currently on hiatus, but running a D&D campaign with myself, Phoenix, and Lobster Jess in the Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Not me.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
not
god,
Phoenix,
why do I
it's
do that every time? I just, because I love you in our parties, dude. But yes, running that, although on a hiatus while one of our players is away.
No, we're back tomorrow night.
Are we?
Yeah.
Has it been that long already?
No, he's not back. We're just playing without him.
Oh, love it.
I mean, you agreed to the schedule request.
I can
right?
barely
So-
remember what I did this morning.
Fair.
I would have seen the alert, don't worry. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night then. Other than that, he is also doing a variety of games. Are you playing anything else at the moment?
I'm playing another Crab's Treasure where I play as a crab and it's Dark
Yeah.
Souls and I have a gun.
Yeah.
Very nice. All those things make perfect sense to someone who hasn't watched it. Lobster Jess, while it doesn't have any social media options for me to spruik, does post a lot of pictures in both Phoenix's Plot Hooks and my Discord, so make sure you jump into any of their Discords as well to see what gets posted. She did an amazing picture for Waterdeep recently. Alex and Ted are also nothing for me to promote at this stage, I don't believe.
Adam and Ted.
Adam.
Oh my god!
Go to bed, Sean.
Yeah, I need to go to bed. It's been a long day for me. Adam and Ted don't have anything unless they want to pitch in with something that I don't know of.
Nope.
Nope.
But you will find them in the chat rooms as well from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of good D&D stories from them both.
For sure. How is the live play going?
It left off in an interesting spot. Many demons. Actually, not that many demons, but relatively high CR. So we'll see what happens.
Nice.
Demons such wow.
Very nice. Other than that, gang, thank you so much for your time. Truly appreciate it all. I am hoping to be back online on Thursday for some more Pokemon Randomizer. We'll see how we go with that. But yeah, again, thank you to my lovely players. A big, awesome shout out to you all. Some great performances
Thank you,
tonight.
Sean, for all the work you do every week.
Oh, it's an absolute
Very
joy.
much appreciated.
Don't stress, it's an absolute joy for me. But until next time,
You say that, but
no, it's all good. I don't never. It's not like I have to like retweak the entire story because one character's plotline's now gone. No. Again, absolutely a pleasure. Until then, have a great day, a great night, a great time frame wherever you are, and we'll see you next stream. Catch you later.
bye.
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 Also, look, there's a gun. There's a blueprint there on the table now.
Yay! Gun on the table.
Hey.
Table gun.
Gun on the table.